So that was a big thing that we talked about. Another one that you said very nonchalantly, because you know this, but I find fascinating. You said, and correct me where I'm wrong, um, a lot of our kind of generalized fight or flight or stress response evolved from reptiles, which then went to mammals and eventually us or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then, but there is a different part that is unique to humans,
Yeah.
which is our stress response with each other. Could
Yeah.
you
Okay.
go into that a little more?
Yeah, we're going to unwind this a little bit
Okay.
because when we talk about humans, we're also talking about other social mammals.
Oh,
So,
like a
so
dolphin?
dolphin, a dog, a
Oh,
cat,
okay.
other primates. They take care of their young. They
Mm.
play. Even you can watch rats play. So it's not like
Oh, it's not just us.
it
Okay.
right. So the interesting one is you can see kittens. I always like this picture because I use it. Kittens doing rough and tumble. You can visualize that.
Hmm.
And when I was in graduate school, we were saying, "Oh, they're practicing their hunting skills." Okay, nah, that's not what's going on.
Wow.
Look closely, and their claws are retracted, and they, even though they do mouth or bite, they don't break skin.
Hmm.
And what they're doing, and they're always maintaining face-to-face interaction. So they're playing. And dogs do this too. When dogs play, they keep face to face. When they're in aggressive mode, that face is no longer face to face. So
Oh,
we are signaling as a social mammal cues of safety and play versus aggression. And we get confused. So like a cat, cats can really, they have claws. Just think about, and they have sharp teeth.
hmm,
It's not the same thing. So hunting is not the same thing as rough and tumble playing.
right, right.
You can see the same things on playgrounds. When do kids get into fights versus when are they enjoying the interaction?
Got it.
It's not the physical contact, it's the violation of face to face with physical contact.
Okay. Okay. And so to get back to it, you're saying that social mammals have this.
Yeah, they
It's a
have.
secondary system almost.
Well, it's kind of a separate. Okay, so the real part is social mammals have this, and I'm going to tell you what this is:
Okay.
the ability to detect signals from the other of safety. So
Ah,
when we
got it.
so like you're a engager. I can tell by your
Mm.
voice, and you like that.
Yeah.
But people, and I'm sure you've had them on the podcast, that there are going to be some people who their voices are not very melodic, their faces are very flat, and in your mind you're saying, "Holy crap! I have to do an hour with this person.
Exactly.
How do I get this
No
person
comment.
alive? Right? How do I get them alive? What do I do? What do I say?" So what that person did was based on their physiological state, which might be locked into a state of, I'm going to use the term threat or fear.
Hmm.
They were broadcasting that to you, which is a violation of that co-regulation engagement. And
Uh,
how did your nervous system respond to it?
hmm.
This is
Yes. Wow.
so. Yeah, well, I have a term that I call biological rudeness.
Okay.
Okay, so let's pretend. Let's create this scenario where you with your kind of exuberance and excitement and engage and say, "Hi, Steve," and I kind of like turn away.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I will. My first thing would be like, "Uh-oh, what did I do?" It's
Right.
yeah.
It is biologically rude because you had the expectancy of a reciprocal. Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Yeah.
And that was the completion of that neural expectancy. So the violation of turning away, which occurs in real life very frequently,
Mm-hmm.
creates a physiological feeling that something's wrong. What did I do? Like
Mm-hmm.
what you said. So what happens, let me kind of give you the texture. I'm a university professor and I have decades in that interesting arena, which is not noted for its sociality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's start there.
Yep.
And so let's say I'm a grad student and I want to meet this famous professor. And I walk up to him, put my hand out, and the professor doesn't even look at me and walks by.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's my interpretation?
Jerk, first of all, and I'm unimportant.
Well, the jerk bit is you don't say that, but you say to yourself, yeah, I'm unimportant.
Yeah.
Similarly, if you're talking to a famous professor and you're a young professor, you have the same thing. So we already have interpreted it as an evaluation and taken responsibility for the response. Now let's shift the interpretation using the lens of the polyvagal theory, which
Okay.
comes, let's say that the individual's social engagement system, that aspect of the nervous system, is really quite, let's use the term, dormant,
Okay.
meaning it has a lot of features of people who would be on autism spectrum, which many academics are.
Okay.
So, in a sense, their physiology is not tuned for social engagement, it's tuned for objects,
Mm.
which is part of the selectivity or selection procedures for graduate school in science, physics, and engineering is really not sociality, but the ability to attend to objects. Okay. So
Wow.
you follow.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So now with this wonderful big brain that we have, we're making an interpretation that has nothing to do with the intentionality of the other.
Wow. I, I'm a, oh, when moments like this happen, my brain goes, how do I do this in the next 36 minutes? I love this. Okay.